me, Brooke. So some of you guys have requested a NCLEX tutorial and how I passed the NCLEX. So I'm gonna go ahead and share with you guys some of that information. But first, let me give you some background information about me if you don't already know. I graduated nursing school in May 2019, May 11th, and I took the NCLEX like 2.5 weeks after I graduated, and I passed NCLEX in 75 questions. So there's that. I'm going to be working in the cardiothoracic transplant ICU. So there's some little information about me. And before we get into how I studied and prepped for the NCLEX, let me go ahead and say that I went to a pretty elite nursing school. They were really good about preparing us for the NCLEX. So I will say during my senior year, last semester of nursing school, we had to pass, and we had to make a certain score on something called the exit HESI, unless we couldn't graduate. And I have a video on the exit HESI if you need to watch that. But I felt like the exit HESI really contributed to my success for the NCLEX. So, and also about my school, they also bought us a Kaplan review that they provided for us to do on our campus. So we did a Kaplan review, and I feel like that helped us. And my school also bought us Hearst, and that also prepped me for the NCLEX. So I feel like all that contributed. So I'm going to go ahead and share what I did on the outside, like my work, what I did personally to prep for the NCLEX. So, like I said, my school helped me a lot. After that, I actually bought my main study tool for NCLEX was UWORLD. UWORLD, and then I also have, when I needed to read up on some information or touch up on some information from a textbook, I use this. And I know that, each year it changes, so maybe next year there'll be a new study NCLEX book, so just keep that in mind. So, but overall, my main study tool was UWORLD. I highly recommend it. I will put it in the comments box. It was a little pricey, but it's definitely worth it. I think I chose the second least expensive. I think it was like the $197. It cost $197, and I think it was like the 90 days and unlimited, or the whole QBake and 2 self-assessment tests, and it worked perfectly just for me. So I bought UWORLD, and I want to say I bought UWORLD in the middle of March, and I took my NCLEX on May 31st. So I bought UWORLD in the middle of March, and I started doing like questions here and there. I tried to do like 50 questions a day, and we also had during that semester we had our like specialty HESIs. So like one time we took a farm specialty HESI. So I would do my studying according to what I had going on in the semester. So when school got done, I had answered a lot of questions, but not as many as I should have. And like I said, the UWorld has like 2,000 questions, or a little over 2,000 questions. So I started doing those questions. When I graduated, I went hard until the day I took my NCLEX. So I had like a 2.5 week gap or whatever. So I went hard every day, like Monday through Friday, like 9 to 5. And sometimes it was like I did like 6 p.m. to midnight. I went hard. And I tried to do as many UWorld questions as I could. I said there was over 2,000 UWorld questions. I only was able to do only about a little over 1,000. And I was still fine. I passed in 75, but I highly recommend that you try to get through the whole question bank on UWorld. And when I say UWorld, when you're doing the question bank, I don't say just go to answer the questions and try to memorize the rationales. No. You need to literally take your time answering the UWorld questions, looking at the rationales, and reading all the rationales, even if you got them right, because you might not know why you got them right. So UWorld was my main study tool. I highly recommend it. I love UWorld, and you need to take your time with it. I did, for the most of my tests on UWorld, I did the study mode, and the study mode gives you one question at a time, obviously. And right when you hit your answer, It will tell you the correct answer if you got it right or wrong, and then it'll give you the whole rationale. And you need to, I cannot stress enough, guys, you need to read those rationales. Trust me, trust me. So you need to make a plan, a study plan of how you can get through all those 2,000 questions before your NCLEX, okay? So try your hardest to get through those 2,000 questions because they really do help. And also what I like about UWorld is they have like graphs and pictures in the rationales. So sometimes they'll show you a graph or a picture, and that will help you remember. And then you can also like click on the picture or graph and make it into a flashcard. You can highlight the rationales and make those into a flashcard. So if it's something you keep forgetting, you can make that into a flashcard and you can see it later. So that's really helpful. And also about a few days before my NCLEX, I took a self-assessment test, and mine came with 2 self-assessments. I only did 1, but I recommend doing both. And the one I did, like after I got done, it told me that my chances of passing were high, so I was happy with that. And what else? Oh, also, when I was doing the UWorld like practice questions, the Q8 questions and stuff, I was scoring pretty low. Like I was doing like I would do like 75 questions, and like my percentages after the end, it was like anywhere from like a 56 to a 70. Most of the time it was like a 62 or 63 or 64. So I was scoring pretty low. And if that happens to you, you shouldn't be like discouraged, like, oh my gosh, just keep studying, keep doing these questions, because these UWorld questions are harder. So don't get down or whatever when you're scoring low, because I scored pretty low and I ended up being just fine. So keep that in mind. And what else did I want to say about UWorld? I think that's it. I highly recommend it. That I did most of my studying from there. What else? Also, okay, so like the day before the NCLEX, don't freak out. Do your last minute stuff. The day before the NCLEX, I did like last minute easy stuff. Like I looked over all my lab values, make sure I knew all my lab values and anything that, stood out to me, anything that I needed to look at. And I also I went to bed really early because the next day I took the NCLEX at 8 in the morning. So the day before your NCLEX, you need to get some rest. I know it's hard to, but you need to get some rest. Go to bed early. And then the day of your test, you need to wake up, eat a good breakfast. And I also drank these protein drinks called Boost. They're like in a white and red bottle. You can get them at Walmart or whatever. And they're a protein drink. And I take them before all of my nursing tests. And they're supposed to and known to like increase your test scores like a little bit. Okay, every point matters. So I always drink a Boost before like 20 minutes before my exam, and I really feel like it helps me. So I suggest that, or I recommend that you drink those Boost drinks before your exam. And just remember, like, take deep breaths. It's going to be okay. Try your best. And just keep in mind, NCLEX is all about minimum competency and safety. NCLEX wants to see if you're a safe nurse and you can do what a minimally competent nurse can do. So the purpose is to protect the public. So just take a deep breath. It's going to be okay. You guys got it. If you have any questions, feel free to ask them in the comment section. Feel free to shoot me a DM on my Instagram, BrookeThompson18. And I think that's all I have for you guys about the NCLEX. So I'm trying to think if I'm missing anything. I think that's it. Like I said, my main study tool was UWorld, but I also said my nursing school, they contributed a lot to, I guess I would say, my success, but because all the stuff that they bought for us. But I definitely recommend UWorld. So good luck, guys. I hope this helped. Give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, and follow me on Instagram, BrookeThompson18. I'll see you guys later.